Before I get on stage, I stand behind the doors, I power pose, I lift my head to the sky, and I think, I am Patti LuPone, I am Elaine Stritch. Am I allowed to curse? F them, everyone, I'm the fucking best. And that's the truth. Hi, I'm Hannah Solow, and I'm understudy to Mary Todd Lincoln and Mary Chaperone in Oh Mary at the Lyceum Theater on Broadway. At the time, I thought that this was going to be, I think, 10 weeks of my life, like a fun little understudy job, and then suddenly I'm on Broadway. It's beyond insane. I think to be a successful understudy, there's two categories. You have the business side of things, in which you need to be organized, you need to be on top of things, you need to be a problem solver, you have to be quick on your feet. And then the other side of things is the mental side of being an understudy. Being an understudy is really hard, and I think there's a large component of that that gets ignored. We get into this to be performers, and then you spend most of your job not performing. So I think it really takes a strong person and someone who has a strong sense of self and who's willing to be introspective and deal with their emotions to tackle that side of things as well. I have a therapist. I stopped eating dairy. You think it's gonna be okay the day that you have a cheeseburger. It's not. For my first performance as Mary, I had my put-in 2 weeks before my first performance, and then I didn't have any more rehearsals at all, which I think people would be surprised by. I do a lot of rehearsing on my own, and that I think is so important when you're an understudy, is holding yourself accountable and giving yourself those responsibilities, because of course you have your stage management team and the directors, everyone wanting you to succeed, but you also have to do a lot on your own. I say my lines everywhere, in the shower, walking down the street. Sometimes I put my headphones in and it looks like I'm on the phone and I'm just talking from Mary to Louise. I do the scenes with myself. I'm constantly thinking about the show. And I think that's what's also really hard as an understudy, is that you do have to prepare just in case. And a lot of times it doesn't happen, but just in case, I'm thinking about it all the time. Before I get on stage, I stand behind the doors, I power pose, I lift my head to the sky, and I think, I am Patti LuPone, I am Elaine Stritch. Am I allowed to curse? F them, everyone, I'm the fucking best. And that's the truth. Because listen, here's the thing. You gotta believe in yourself. You need to have that courage to step out there and look into the eyes of the people that are like, oh God, an understudy, and say, guess what? Yeah, it's an understudy. And you're gonna fucking love it. Am I canceled? Can I say that? Listen, I have so much grace and understanding for people that are disappointed. I totally understand that. You travel, you spend a lot of money. It's a huge event, but we are all trying so hard to make this an amazing show for the audience, and we really, really want to do a good job for everyone. I'm not back there thinking, hee, how can I screw this up? I'm really back there thinking, oh my God, I want to keep the integrity of this show and give people the best experience ever. As an understudy, you have all these nightmares of things that can go wrong. It's like, what if I forget the book? What if I go the wrong way? What if I fall? And then somehow all of those things happen. And then you realize, oh, it's actually okay. And I'm okay. And we can move on. I'm always terrified of the hoop skirt. She's huge. She's monstrous. And I've fallen. I've gotten stuck in the hoop skirt. And what feels like 5 seconds to the audience feels like 5 minutes to me. And I'm thinking, well, I guess I could just do the rest of the show from the floor, or I could, pretend to pass out and faint, and then the show will just stop. But then you get out of the skirt, you stand up, and the show moves on. And the part that you think, oh my God, everyone saw me fall in the skirt and it was so embarrassing. People are thinking, oh my God, that part where she fell in the skirt, that was amazing. So you move on. As an understudy, you let it roll off your back and you say, on to the next. You can have different experiences. So one of my experiences as an understudy was when I had 20 minutes notice and I was sort of blackout, clamoring in the darkness. And another experience is planned out dates where someone goes on vacation, someone has something else they're doing. And the first time that I ever performed the role of Mary on Broadway, Cole Escola had these planned dates, and I knew a month in advance that they were going to be out. So I was able to plan for my family to come. My friends made sweatshirts that said, "Oh, Hannah" on them. It was actually something I can't comprehend because the love and the kindness that everyone showed me, if I think about, I'm like actually gonna cry thinking about it because like it's sort of unfathomable. And my biggest fear was that no one would come. And like so many people came. So yeah, I have a lot of gratitude.